this a signature strategy versus French on maps with rivers, right? Because the problem is the French have insanely strong ships. The ships are so strong that it's almost impossible to keep up with them. However, and especially on little maps like these. However, I found one strategy that actually works. So I always open with all workers on wood, one goes to the dock, and then I rally the workers to the sheep. I don't need that much food. I don't need that much food. The TC rush, I also defended a TC rush today. It was quite the game. But what I do is I immediately start rallying fishing boats and I just gather a lot of wood. These workers go to the sheep. This is all like normal stuff, right? And my Khan goes around a little bit, scouts here, scouts there. My opponent immediately starts walling because he's like, the TC rush is coming. I'm not actually sure why he does wall, but I mean, he is like top 100, so he probably knows what he's doing. I'm not really too concerned about the walls. I don't really want to get my Khan walled in. However, at home I'm just building fishing boats, right? All the good stuff. He's also going for fishing boats. Mine are a little bit faster. And the fishing boats are also very important. So once I have a fishing boat queued and 100 wood, then I get my gold and I put 2 to 3 villagers on the gold. I'm not sure how many I'm gonna put in this game. That was a little bit random, but it's generally 2 to 3 because I need 200 gold so I can tech up. Still harassing him over here. I'm not sure if I think I'm actually gonna get a kill on this villager, and my scout, my Khan, will get away with exactly 1 HP here. Pretty sure. Yeah, exactly 1 HP left on the Khan. Very lucky. I'm not sure how, like, suddenly he took a lot of damage there from his scout. I'm not quite sure what happened. However, I'm able to get away and I start building up a second dock immediately. And I don't always go for the double dock, but this time I did because I really did not want to lose the navy battle. Right? He's going to build the Hulk, like the Hulk and then the Galeas. But usually they just start building the Hulks, right? And I'm over here getting my gold. I have my workers that I used to gather food are now on the deer stone. And here it gets a little bit tricky. So in this game I tried to do the strategy with 1 worker, but I realized that going for 5 workers is actually way better. I'm still experimenting and learning. But if the counter... Oh, here's, by the way, a single villager kills a wolf. Easy clap. The counter to water units are outposts. Like, towers are really, really good. I'm chasing down his scout over here to deny any scouting intel. Deerstone is still building, will make my units move a little bit faster. And here's the thing. I'm gonna build the outpost and I'm gonna put units inside there and I'm gonna snipe his ship. He techs up a little bit faster, we're around the same time. And once both my docks are done, once I teched up with both docks, I start building light chunk, which is my battleship unit. Got a lot of workers on the gold. Got a lot of workers on the wood, but no workers on the food right now. Just starting to build turrets here. I'm upgrading the arrow slits. If I put 5 workers in here, that's also very effective. But this time I'm actually only going to put only going to use the arrow slits. But you can see even the arrows here, even the single arrow tower is still quite effective. Right? Like his Hulk is actually going down, as opposed to my units attacking it. But what's even better is if you just put some units inside the tower. So now I'm gonna send all my villagers, like I pulled 4 more, put them in the tower. And now I'm trying to deny his fishing boats, right? And the fishing boats give a huge amount of food income. There's also some night harassment going on, so I have to put my workers in there, deal with the night. They're good stuff. Now my light chunker is trying to pull his Hulk into the battle. I'm not sure if he notices. Still have a lot of workers here that are not really doing too much. Then he drops just a little bit too low in health. Doesn't have the workers ready for the repair quite in time, or does he? Oh, he actually does that time. He has the workers ready for the repair. Royal Knight still being a bitch on my side of the map. Just target move, clicking all on all of his fishing boats down. I don't know. 2 more. And now he has no more fishing boats. Also gonna click on some of his villagers if I can. Yep. So like, I don't really care too much about these boats, right? What I care about mostly is that I was able to stop his income. So he is now realizing that, oh shit, I lost a lot of stuff, and he's gonna start building more and more Royal Knights. And he's also going to commit to the ground, to the navy battle a little bit more. I just cannot kill these ships. Like my units are so bad against them, it's insane. Especially if near a dock, because the dock repairs a unit. But yeah, I wanted to win the navy fight, but I just noticed I can't. Like, this tower should have been a little bit closer, and then maybe. But like this, nah. If I built the first tower here immediately, I could have done a lot more damage. Like, just 5 villagers, send them across, build the tower. But on my side of the map at home, I'm starting to build up some spearmen, because I'm like, well, if he's running out of income, he's probably just gonna Royal Knight spam me to death. And well, I mean, he's sending Royal Knights across the map to harass. He's losing his boats to my outposts, which isn't really good. But now that he's finally moving across the map, he's hunting down my fishing boats, which does suck a little bit for me. Royal Knights are also on my side of the map, but I'm stopping those. The Hulks are major pain though. A major pain to deal with. We check the income per minute. He has more income right now also because he's kind of chasing my workers around. I'm now teching up to tier 3. I think he's going to do so soon as well. He also has a slightly higher score. I don't think I can actually see the unit count in this game. Sadly, don't think I have that option. I have some light chunk down here, so I notice if any of his units go across the map and can shoot at them. That's of course the strength of ship here. Repairing this as I'm also shooting at him, at his units from inside. However, do not quite have enough, and I have to surrender the navy battle. Now, what works really well against these hulks are the siege unit, what's it called? Springled, right, Springled, single target, nice damage, and of course on tier 4 you also have the cannons, which are even better. I'm trying to kill the gate here, it's a tough one. He keeps losing a little bit against my outposts. The outposts are what keeps me safe here. New age begins, feeling kinda good about that. I'm now pulling ahead in the point department as well, gathering a lot of wood. Moving my buildings around a little bit, and he's also up in Castle Age right now. He's going to have a very peculiar strategy in the late game on this map, because he thinks that, well, if I have these hulks, my opponent can't attack me. Right? I'm going for the siege workshop here. Hammer away, my boys. I'm gonna need a lot of wood, a lot of gold. Oh, don't need too much food. Sadly, I can't really get food right now because, well, I don't have a dock and there's no fish down here. Bit unlucky spawn-wise, all the fish is over here. But yeah, he's now building the Galeas, which are the ship with the front cannon, easily taking down my outpost here, as it has no other units inside. So I get at least a little bit of damage done, and he actually commits to a second dock. I didn't really quite understand what the point of the second dock here is, because I thought, well, I mean, he's winning the navy fight anyways, but he's almost losing against the tower, to be honest, kind of fun. My Springlets have now arrived in the game, shutting down his hulks. Springlets have an upgrade which increases their weapon range, and I think that's also quite important. Because if I don't have the upgrade, the hulks, what is their upgrade range? 6 tiles? Mine is 10 tiles. But I think he also has like some upgrades that will give him enough range so he can counterattack. But yeah. Stone walls are on the menu next. Stone wall, stone gate, full of chivalry. First landmark that he built, the guild hall. So now he's getting gold from the guild hall. Over here we have some springled micro going on. I'm pulling back, shooting. Like, I say that the springleds are good against his ships, but they still barely do damage. But at least it's like better than nothing. I don't think I have any other unit that does anything. Springleds have 60 damage, plus 20 versus siege. Something ships count as siege. Nope, nope, they don't. But yeah, he's now walling himself in with stone walls, and he's teching up to the 4th age well, I think. Not quite. Yeah, over here we have more springled micro. These ships have a little bit too much range, so they can actually fire at me. They have only one less range, so a little bit tricky. I lose a couple springleds there, kinda sad about that. And overall, at this point, I actually didn't feel too comfortable anymore, because I couldn't completely shut down his stock play with my outpost. If I built the outpost a little bit closer, I could have attacked the dock directly with it and most likely shut everything down. Increase the armor of all military. No wonder they're so tanky. Gets that. Okay, whatever. Mining, building up my unit count. H4 has been reached by both players, and this is where it gets tricky, right? So I'm like, well, I want to somehow push him here, but my springlets are struggling a bit. Trying to kill his ships, but the only thing that ends up losing is me, happening is me losing units, and I don't really kill too much. So it's not like really looking too hot, and he's also pulling ahead in the score department. Because of that, I think he also has a second team. Even a third. Just expensive landmark down here. And he is going to go for a wonder in this game. Yes, he builds stone walls everywhere, has ships everywhere, and then goes for a wonder. Now does that work? We're about to find out. There's not too much happening right now, so I'm going to speed things up a little bit. I'm trying to get my fishing boats back to work, building a dock up here. Also starting to add more siege workshops, up to 3 right now, so I can produce more springleds. Also got the springled range upgrade, so that should help me quite a bit. He killed something there, not quite sure what. Got an outpost down here, so I know what he's doing. If he moves out, I got an outpost up here. Outposts also give me a little bit of movement speed. And I think he just completes his wonder. So if I don't kill this building in the next 15 minutes, I lose the game. Behind the Red Palace, behind the main town center. Kinda hard to reach, right? But I'm going for a knight army, so I have a lot of horsemen, I have springleds, I have some cannons here as well. Killing my fishing boats right now, kind of annoying, but hey, it do be like that sometimes. Also building more stables up here for more knights, and I'm getting ready to push in here. I have to push and kill him right here. So I got my cannons for the huge attack, and here we actually see what's happening when the fish... What the fuck? I wish I could go back. Did he just blow up all those units with a demolition ship, or what was that? I think he just killed a lot of my units with a demolition ship. But yeah, the cannons are like... They got a lot of firepower here. So any of his ships that come this way, here we have 2 more coming, are gonna die to the cannons and the springleds. Melee units, or rather non-siege units, cannot attack the stone wall. But here we have more pressure coming from him. And my springleds and cannons simply destroy his ship. Boom. Another ship goes down. Another one bites the dust. Here, the way he built these stone wall towers, I think my units could actually move straight in. His ships are now all gone. He's sending in more demolition ships. Annoying. But though I didn't even notice those demolition ships while playing. Yeah, I could like... I sadly right-clicked the stone wall tower, but I then noticed that I could actually send my units in. So my spearmen are on the inside, attacking his units. My towers are pushing in. He has still 12 minutes that he needs to survive from here on. I just keep pushing here. Cannons, everything. Destroying the walls. Killing his villagers. And he gives up. He tried to win with the Notre Dame. But as I'm already this far inside, there is no way for him to stop me. I killed his entire ship army. And everything else was not enough. So yeah, sprinkled cannons, outposts, the mid game. Outposts are very good against ships. Outposts are incredibly strong. Just going for that.